Nick, calm your foot. Cheers, buddy. Hi, Nick. How are you? I respect you, good sir.
I'm wanting a beer.
I'm in the middle right now, so I'm the target. Okay. Ashley.
Gee, I got the owl too, man.
I had the choice.
Woo.
I went with the
I have
owl.
the tiger.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Oh!
Oh, Carrie's got the t-shirt.
Oh, nice pair of Hooters. Nice pair of Hooters you got there.
I'm doing great, thank you. Weather's fantastic. I got gardening done. Spent some time outside with the kids. Got a lot of productive shit done. It was good. Having a great day. Thanks, Nick. Hope you're having a great day too. Hello, everyone.
Nick, Lee's saying that he can't hear you on YouTube, Nick.
Did I ruin that?
You hear Arnold?
How about now? Okay, sorry about that. I guess we should probably do the reintroduction then, because yeah, Beta 101, you all know what this show is. Good Monster is the beer we're doing tonight, and Streamlads decided to do an update and then forget my microphone input.
Rude.
Anyway, whatever. I'm good. Ashley Sexton says he's good. Everybody in Discord can hear me.
Great day. Have a great day.
Alrighty, let's go over.
Moving on.
Gee, how you doing tonight?
Doing good. Here.
Good.
Oh,
you get the Yorkshire Stingo and the owl beer.
Yeah, doing good. Can't wait to try the Good Monster. That's my story.
Right. All right. Cool.
Stick to it, please.
Sure. Let's go over to Lady Lee. How you doing tonight, Lady Lee?
I'm doing fantastic.
Awesome.
That's it.
All right. Let's go over to Milkman Joe. Arnold, how you doing tonight, sir?
Arnold, how you doing?
Arnold.
How you doing, buddy? Nick, how you doing?
Oh shit! All right, we'll come back to him. Redbeard.
Bye, Nick. How are you?
I see a jailed Arnold in his future.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
soon.
a locked up Arnold is likely in the future.
Yeah, I see that. Jeez.
Why? Why does he do this for? It's almost like he wasn't trained very well.
Just like his dad.
Ow!
Beard.
All right,
All right.
let's go on to Scott's crying baby.
Okay, let's go to Redbeard for a second here and say hi, Redbeard. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How you doing?
Not too bad. How's the internet at the trailer?
It seems to be okay tonight, and it's going to be so much better 1 week from today.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
That's when they're coming in to upgrade your internets.
Yes. Yes. Going from 300 megabits to a gigabit.
Nice. All right. Let's roll over to Mr. Fuzzy. The Fuzzman cometh.
It's more slick than fuzz now,
It's true.
but at least the beard's still fuzzy.
I would say more like porcupine.
Well, porcupine you.
Porcufuzz.
Pork you too.
All right. Pork off. All right. Yeah. Anyway, so hi, I'm doing fine. Let me get down to the beer history before we turn it over to the comments. Alrighty, so because this is officially the 9th beer that we've done on BA 101 from Collective Arts, we don't really need to go in too much detail. But we'll say that, Collective Arts was founded in 2013 by Matt Johnson and Bob Russell. Johnson and Russell, along with brewmaster Ryan Morrow, began brewing on contract space at Nickelbrook in Burlington. Collective Arts and Nickelbrook opened up a joint brewery first in Hamilton a year later in 2014 at the site of the former Lakeport Brewery, which is why it's so huge. Collective Arts has since bought out their Nickelbrook shares in the brewery and now operates their own main brewery with a production volume and distribution to reach across Canada and into the United States. I've even heard of some beers kicking over to Europe too, I think. Good Monster, on the other hand, is a relatively new beer. It comes in at 8% ABV. It's a New England style double IPA brewed with 24 grams to the liter of Mosaic, Citra, Simcoe, and Amarillo hops. First introduced in February 2021, it is the latest entry into Collective Arts' core lineup and features 4 different can arts with artwork from around the globe. Who's got the tiger can?
I do.
All right, so
Ah,
that
Did you say
can,
24 grams per liter?
24 grams per liter of Mosaic, Citra, Simcoe. So Kira Torres of Atlanta, Georgia, is the one that created the beautiful tiger artwork. That's pretty awesome.
where's my camera?
Nice.
I got excited there. I like the tiger.
I think Fuzz has got that can too, right?
Yeah,
Nice.
we both got the tiger. I had a tiger.
You got the lady like Nick.
You got the lady like the Asian twin.
Are you below me, Nick, on your
this is-
screen? Bring her up. Make them kiss.
No, anyway. Yeah, so this one is from Sarah Cannon, who lives in Ontario, Toronto, Ontario. Did anybody get one with the hands going like this? No?
That one must be rare.
Yeah, that might be a different one. It was listed on their website. That one was created by Barbara Anna Gomez of London, United Kingdom. And, of course, the last one, which is, I think, the one that, like, Ashley's got one. The Hawk and the Owl. That is from Ilaria Cortesi from Shanghai, China.
I always love the can art.
I don't think either of those birds make a
Shut
sound.
your mouth, Redbeard.
All right.
How many
so,
elixirs to get to the center?
Ashley's taking no shit today.
yeah.
Kind of
Oh,
hot.
What's the
Sorry,
popsicle
Redbeard.
owl? The lollipop one.
The lollipop.
That's what it looks. How
It
many
sort of does
elixirs to
look
get
like-
to the center?
That's a barn owl, is it not?
I believe so, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
With like the really the heart-shaped
With really
curvature of the
dark
face.
bags under its eyes.
And this is where my kid would come in. She knows what an owl sounds like.
Oh, who?
What does the owl say?
What does the owl say?
European or African?
All right. Yeah. Okay. So let's go down to before we go to the comments. I'll go over to Master Ashley and just say, what's your experience with this beer?
Well, this is a new beer for them to the best. Wait, I'm sorry. I sort of zoned out on your history.
I know.
Have they run this as a small batch very recently, or I think this was the
Well,
first time I've ever seen it.
It's a core beer now.
They introduced it in February 2021 and added it right to their core lineup. So I mean,
Went straight to their core because
Yeah.
you know what? Yes, they didn't have a double. That was a core, and then Nickelbrook did their Metalhead, which has turned out to be a core beer.
Was there a numbered beer that had basically this? Was one of the double
I
IPAs in the
think-
numbered
I
series
think there was
basically this?
IPA 8 is the one I'm thinking of when I think about it.
I don't
Like,
know.
did that one have lactose?
I don't know. That's a great question. But yeah, you know what? I like seeing breweries start throwing doubles as a constant rotation.
Yeah.
So you know, I'll be honest. My experience with this, the first time we had mentioned it as a BA 101 beer, I bought one, and then I drank it, and then we mentioned it again that we'd be having it again, and luckily I was able to buy 2 more, so I had a second one, and this is my third. So that's where I'm at with this beer.
Nice.
I love how when Nick mentioned the lactose thing, your first thing of your mouth was, I hope not.
Well, no, I could tell
was
there's
good.
no lactose.
It was funny. Just good stuff.
We get I was hoping there's no lactose in it, but yeah, it doesn't say anything about that in the ingredients list. Alrighty.
Collective Arts is really weird with ingredients, whether or not to put them on a can. Very hit or miss, random.
I'll give you that one, Redbeard. All right.
All right, so let's go over to Guy. Guy, this your? Do you have any history with this beer, or is this your first time having it?
First time.
Nice. You always remember your first time.
Eh.
It was traumatizing. He's put it out of his mind.
I've had better.
You've had better your first time? All right. Speaking of first times, hey, Lady Lee. Hi.
You
You're
can't
muted.
hear you.
Can't hear you.
Here I am. I have had this beer before. I did a beer review, a Collective Arts beer review, with somebody. And one of the beers I ended up drinking that day was this one. So I didn't review it, I just had it. So that was my first experience. So I have had a beer before.
Nice. All right.
The end.
Like the acronym, Greg.
Whiskey.
Greg is back in his muddy camera self.
Is my camera muddy, Nick? Is it no good?
How'd you
Sorry,
grow a
Nick.
beard? You grew a beard when you came back.
All right.
I
So,
did.
what's your history with this beer, there, Greggy?
I have zero history with this beer. I've got plenty of history with Collective Arts, blah, 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 blah. Never had this beer before.
I can't believe you haven't bought this yet.
I don't know. I haven't actually checked my Untappd, so maybe I do have a history on it. This is how little research I do for your show, Nick. I'm sorry.
Actually, I do research.
You're that
I
asshole.
did look up on Untappd, and you have not had it yet, according to Untappd, unless you didn't tap it.
He did the research for you.
Yeah.
No, I went on Untappd looking for a photo to steal, and I didn't see anything. Thanks, Craig.
You know what? Let's all give Nick a round of applause for being the best. Come on, Nick. Yeah, Nick.
Now you're patronizing. All right,
Greg is a guy who doesn't do the homework in the group project, and everybody else has to do it.
but he shows up to every class.
I take
Yeah, sure.
credit,
He gets
doesn't
points for
work.
attendance, you know.
I take credit too, and I get to bang the hot teacher's aide. It's just weird how that works.
Yeah, right. Okay, so the one person here I know does have a history with this beer already, and this is the red-bearded one.
Maybe.
Maybe. So how many cans have
Yeah.
you gone through this already?
I've drank at least probably 2 2/4 of this since it came out. Probably at least minimum.
Oh my
Holy
god.
fuck, man.
Jeez.
Fuck.
Every time I go to the LCBO, I'll usually grab 2 of these because
Wow.
they're just
How often
it's
do
so
you go to the LCBO?
every couple of days.
Jesus.
Okay, Redbeard, I'm going to save you some time and money, man. Next Tuesday. Oh no, this is. You know what? Collective Arts does shipping for $3.95. I bet you if you're going to buy it on quantities, yeah.
But he
Really?
doesn't have an address. He lives in a trailer.
Well, you get shit shipped to his mom's house.
I'm in my mom's front yard. That's the address
I just freaking sent him a beer mail like 2 days ago.
You did.
Oh, I
have-
wonder though how far north.
I have a drawing tablet thing right here.
We all know that North Bay is
That's right.
exceptionally far north.
Draw a penis
So
system.
far north.
I don't
It's
know
so
if
far
that
north that there's-
$3.95 shipping charge still applies with Collective Arts, but I would just say buy straight from the brewery. If you're going to love it that much, which there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know,
Currently, I really don't have the fridge space where I am
fair.
at all. So
I filled it up.
Let's just dig a hole in the backyard.
Yeah.
Dig a hole, insulate it with plastic bags and stuff like that. It'll keep shit really cold. You'd be
Well,
really
it still gets
surprised.
cold at
My-
night. You could
my-
put it in your mom's basement or something somewhere. Like hide
Dig
it
in a hole.
corner. Dig in a hole.
Have you never shoved your beer in a hole? when
That's
you've
like
gone
Big
camping?
Sugar, isn't it?
Yeah, when I'm at a campsite.
I
Not
can't
in the backyard
remember.
Where my
I think that's
niece is
Big
running
Sugar.
around and playing, where she'll fall in and break her leg or something.
Hey, Fuzz, yes, we are off topic, but just slightly. Just slightly. Not far off the trail, where we just meandered a little bit, because we're still talking about beer.
Why?
And yes, the answer is that is Big Sugar.
If I see a sign, I make my own sign.
Thank you. You did the
Alrighty.
research for me.
All right. So yes, Red
They're
Beer's probably
they're
got the
based.
most
They're
extensive
based.
history here.
Too sad. Sorry.
All right. Still good.
Big Sugar's bassist died. Yeah, I don't know if you knew. Pretty sure you probably knew.
What's
Oh yeah, I heard
What's
of the
her-
bassist dying on that.
I'm gonna show you the sign again.
Off-topic monster tail. You spelled tail wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Wife
so,
is walking Arnold.
Greg, Fuzzy. Sorry. What's your history with this beer?
Me?
And
In fact, I didn't even buy it.
you didn't buy it. I know what. I know where you got it, dude. I traded it to you for.
Wow, for his dignity.
Right. I had a piece of Nick's
Too much
dignity.
hair.
Well, you
And
had a
then I
beer
traded-
that I gave you originally, and then we traded for a good monster.
Right.
I had an extra one, so
Yep.
Yeah,
Even
I mean,
I-
had to agree to cry like a baby for a bit, but that was okay.
no, I didn't. No crying was involved, except for Nick in the corner.
that's me in
Oh.
the corner.
That's me in your butthole.
Anyway, so I will say that this is probably I think my third can, fourth if you count the one that I bought for Scott. But yeah, like I originally bought one of these, and I thought, hey, maybe we could do a BA 1010 of it. But I decided, like, you know what, I'm gonna get more of this stuff. It is kind of expensive here; it's like $6 a can. But
30.
well, I won't get into how good that. I won't get too much into detail of whether or not $6 is worth it, but I will say that I bought it for 4 of them for $6 a piece, so that should tell you something. All right, let's go over to Redbeard's going to read some comments.
Lead started saying we're moving Discord, did that, and couldn't hear you, and Raining on Your Prey couldn't hear you, and apparently close-ups are too close in YouTube. Now we can hear. Doubling up a bullshit New England IPA seems like a waste of everyone's time. That's your opinion, and your opinion is wrong.
All right,
He likes Lady Lee's one the best. Surprising.
I like mine too.
Nick is being haunted by an Asian ghost girl. Yep. She's underneath him
By
right
the way, hashtag I agree with Lee on this one specific subject. Although most subjects him and I disagree, so it's kind of weird how it goes.
Ran Your Parade's nickname years ago was the Beer Monster. Interesting. And Lee's saying instead of the Grudge, it's the Fudge.
Fudge.
Not quite. I'm assuming he means the movie The Grudge, but I'm not quite sure what he's talking about the Fudge for. I don't get that.
Chocolate.
And edge the screen over and up a bit, Nick. Can't
Yeah.
see you, Carrie, or Greg, or
I
Fuzz.
already did that. Yeah.
It's been fixed. Better. Cheers, fools, for holy forehead. Yeah, I got one of those. Ashley has one of those. We got foreheads. He has one of those. It's all good.
Got a big one, man.
It was the zoomed in camera.
Eric Gilbert saying 4-month-old double IPAs in the house. Dude, mine's like just over a month old. I got right here.
Mine too.
April 15th.
And apparently we're rude, uncaring jackasses because we haven't complimented Lady Lee on her hair. Like it.
Yeah, assholes.
Lady
Like
Lee, you.
her up.
It looks like it always does. It looks like hair.
Well, you want to treat her special because she's a woman? Jesus.
Entirely different color.
Sexist.
Thanks, guys.
Treat her just the same as
Well,
this
I-
cat.
I just take screenshots. I just take
Is-
screenshots, then I
is
put
it
it on the
green?
printer and I put my
Okay,
wall.
I thought it was just the lighting, and yeah, like it's your camera's kind of dark, so it really I didn't even notice until right
It's
now.
a different color.
Yeah,
It's
wow.
like the
It is green.
greatest
Press
part
It's
of
teal.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I can't tell from the lighting.
Crazy.
I think the most
Hey,
impressive
fuck
part.
you, Scott. It was a compliment. It was a comment. I'm reading the
wow.
comments right now.
I think the most impressive part is that Redbeard's read the entire list of comments with a can on his head.
Yeah, bounce.
It's almost impressive.
I can do a ladder or a broom on my chin too. Eric Gilbert bought all the Samuel Smith Stingo from the LCBO. Shy away from the LCBO. Is that what Guy has there? I think
Yeah,
that's
the
it.
other beer that Guy had, Yorkshire Stingo.
And that's all of them. See if I can. I think there's wrinkles on my head too. I think, right?
There you go.
Good work, buddy. Wife is taking her out for a walk. Hey, wife.
Wife.
Go up.
She's giving you the stink eye, I take it?
I would give him the stink eye.
Guys,
Probably punch him in the face.
He has a name, you know.
Arnold's giving me the real stink eye from his butthole.
Somehow not surprised.
brown-eyed sequel.
Brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing?
Wait, oh,
la 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 la.
You're changing your hair.
It's a karaoke stop. I mean break. Stop it.
Interlude.
It's an intermission song.
Well, we've read all the comments. We've talked about the beer history and what our histories are. And the next thing is to go into the final thoughts.
Now the orgy begins, and I'm in the middle.
Yeah, you are.
Craig is literally in the middle right now.
That's right.
Between Lady Lee
Okay,
and
I'll go.
Yeah,
I go.
I
Are we
feel
just
the
gonna jump
pressure
right into
on
the beer
Lindsay
reviews?
because
we might as well.
She needs to be a bukkake tonight.
I'm doing the bukkake tonight.
Right. You're a bukkake
So-
and not a bukkake.
So we'll follow the same order, I'm assuming, Nick. Just
Yeah.
go first.
Go for it.
So
Yeah, Martin's.
aroma for me is very like mango, sort of like pineapple-y, but like really heavily matured, like really sweet. A little bit of orange. On the sip though, it sort of flips a little bit. I get a little bit more of like a weedy, a little bit more of like a oniony, garlicky feel, like sort of like a
Hopper.
green to it almost. But then it sort of gets a little sweet with like the mango sort of carries through a little bit. I would guess this is really heavily oated. It's very smooth on the palate, medium carbonation. But you know, it would be nice. It although they pulled out a lot of those like weedy, danky type. And I know Jamie's like cringed. He's like cringing tomorrow right now.
Oh, Jamie.
It's a little dank. It has that like earthy, greeny funk to it, but they almost went a little too far with it. It would have been nice if they had a little bit more of a sea hop bittering, like a sea hop like pineapple, like more of a pineapple note to it. I think that would have popped a little bit more because this is very just tropical and like funky, earthy, danky. You know. Very enjoyable though. They masked the ABV very well. 8%, no problem. You can drink it super. You know, it goes down super easy. But yeah, I'm just like in my double IPA, or it's a double. It's a New England double IPA, whatever. Soft to smooth. It's all that shit. But yeah, I've just like a little bit more of like a traditional sea hop note to it. But I mean, overall, I mean, it's a really solid beer. I think for value, it's great. I'm gonna mention. Did you want me to go nerd on the cost with the hops?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Right
Yes.
now,
Go for it.
because you
Do
mentioned it was like how much per
24 grams per liter, they said.
24 grams per liter, and there's like almost 4 liters in a gallon, which for a home brewer, if they're starting off, they'll do a 1 gallon batch, right? So that is 4 times 24 grams, which is 3.5 ounces. Okay, so for me to do a 3.5, or for me to do a 1 gallon batch of this beer with 3.5 ounces of Citra, Mosaic, and whatever, and I'm just going to average them out at the same price because they're all about the same. That's a 12, just when in hops alone, for a 1 gallon batch, which is about, for a double IPA, you're going to lose a lot of trub because it's like sediment and stuff. So you're going to get 8 beers out of that.
Wow.
So 8 beers, and we're talking about 355 mils, not like tin cans like that. So for 8 beers, and you've already sunk $12 in hops in that.
Jesus.
So then you take into consideration, the most expensive part of brewing right now is hops. The second most is yeast. Then you have your malt and your water. Well, for a home brewer, yeast is expensive. Cause
Yeah.
we
I
can't-
imagine Collective Arts
We
has
get it all
got some kind of like chem lab.
they
where
have their
grow
house
own
yeast.
kinda-
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. So when you really think about it, this isn't a very expensive beer to brew. So you have to scale up and all that stuff for like mass production, like Collective Arts is doing. But for me to make this beer, I'm not making this beer cheaper than what Collective Arts can make it for me. You know what I mean? If that makes perfect sense. So, anyways,
Yeah, it does. Usually they say like
for-
homebrewing is cheaper in the long run.
Talk
Yeah, I mean,
nerdy to me.
generally, yeah. I mean, I can make a cream ale or a pale ale for super cheap. But this is like, for the amount of hops that they put into this, you know, broken all down, this is expensive to make. And the fact that I can get this for under, I think it's under $4, right? In Ontario?
Oh, God, my pussy is so wet right now.
Can't
I don't
recall.
Whatever. So for a New England double IPA, For a core beer that they're gonna run out. I mean, it's gonna get the job done, and I'll give it a 7.5 for style. It doesn't blow my socks off, but it's really good. I mean, I've obviously bought multiples of these.
$4.25 a can.
Much?
$4.25 at the LCBO.
That's fair.
I agree.
I think Nickelbrook's their double is cheaper, and I prefer that. I prefer that one more. But that's another conversation.
Which one's that?
Metalhead.
Oh, really? Okay.
So what did I say? 7.5 for style, and I will give a 7.5 for personal preference.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Ashley.
Cheers.
All right. Cheers. All right, let's move over to Mr. Gee.
I was never a big fan of Simcoe hops. Like for me, it's just cat piss and orange juice. A little bit boozy. That's it.
All right. What do you give it for rating?
It gives you a little buzz. I'll give it like a 7.5. A style.
Personal?
Yeah, I'll go both 7.5s.
All right. Fair enough. Thank you, Gee.
Hi,
Wait,
That was enlightening.
you're gonna leave him.
Nikaru.
Gonna leave him on screen for a second there.
I should review Sapporo again.
So we
I'll
can
review
appreciate.
the Zen of Gee.
Yeah.
Can you do this?
It's like Shunzu or Zengi. That's
Yes.
not the collective art. Are you gonna Kubi it?
Oh, he's gonna mix them. It's gonna be great.
He's double fisting.
Oh, okay.
Kubi.
Going to be
Don't!
great
No! Oh.
With a packet of Taco Bell sauce or something like that.
At least my stomach's not feeling disgusting.
Oh, that's a barley
God
wine.
damn.
We can add
Oh
Swiss
shit!
chili
Is this
sauce
Yorkshire
for
Stingo and
Yeah.
While you did that, Greg, I had to have my phone off and turned away. I just came back to the show afterwards. I couldn't watch it.
It's like maple.
Like, it
and half.
actually made me gag.
That was the funniest shit.
It's kind of hard to believe that this is the first time I've made you gag.
It is the first time you've ever made me gag.
Wow.
Probably won't be the last.
Oh, wow.
all right.
Hello.
Hello. All right. So let's go to Lately. He's got the can in a holding spot.
I couldn't put it on my head, so it's between my boobs. I had to do something else. So all these guys have like perfect spherical heads. So I was like, hey, I got boobs. It'll hold between.
Holy shit, you do have boobs. I
got
never
too much-
noticed.
I got
Thank
too much
you.
floof on my head for.
Yes, definitely way too much COVID fluff up top. there.
Take out your really long penis, put it here, and put the can on top.
I have no fluff up top. I just have
It's
wayward
thick. We've had this
strands.
discussion. It's a thick penis.
So put like a 6-pack on the tip of your thick penis.
I'm pretty sure Nick's dick is like a tall boy. But anyway, let's move on.
So back to the actual beer. I do enjoy the beer. It's funny because like when I heard Ashley's explanation for like the flavors that he gets, it's kind of one of those things where I was like I couldn't figure out what I was tasting, and then he said some stuff, and I was like, oh wait, okay, I can see that now. So I'm basically just gonna like what Ashley said about the taste that he's getting. I'm pretty much getting the same thing, except he said it very more eloquently. So
Just say cat
I'm
piss.
agreeing with Ashley, basically.
It's very cat pissy. It is. Cat piss really sums this one up a lot. It is cat piss.
You didn't say cat piss. You said
Oh,
cat
yeah,
piss.
that's Simcoe cat piss.
Anyways, for a beer, it goes down pretty smooth. There's like that bit of an aftertaste that I'm not a fan of when it comes to drinking beer, so it kind of like turns me off a bit. But overall, it is a tasty beer. So I'm gonna give it a 7, and then for style, I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Nice. So it's personal enjoyment was 7 and 7.5 for
Yep.
style. Okay.
Yep.
Sweet. All right, let's go over to Gorg.
Hello, Nick. First, I want to say that your hair looks absolutely incredible tonight, Scott. Like whatever you're doing, you just look amazing.
Everyone notices your hair.
Bait
can't
and
know-
switch
you
on
can't-
that one. I
can't
love
know-
it.
you
He's
can't
got better
notice
lighting.
something that doesn't exist. Like, let's be honest, right? So anyway,
You
since
guys have
nobody
been on
else,
this camera how many times? Fuck you all.
nobody everybody else tonight has had their hair done, I will discuss this. Oh, well, that was. I got a little too excited. Let's see if we can do this without this falling again. Anyways, now, as Lady Lee just figured out, basically all these shows are just Ashley Sexton just giving his opinion. Then we give various versions of Ashley Sexton's opinion because he's got a good palate and the rest of us do not.
That's why he goes first.
Exactly.
We copy his homework.
Oh, exactly, 100%. He's the smart Asian kid in school. Anyways, so yeah, there's a lot of pineapple, orange. I do get a little bit of the cat piss. I sort of do agree with Manly on this one, where it is kind of a bullshit. Like, I'm getting tired. Well, that was embarrassing. You know what? Fine. Here we go. There you go. Just like
Shove it in the man tits.
showing my breasticles. So I do feel like these
Masticles.
IPAs are really starting to run its course. I'm really tired of them, and doubling them up, to me, generally speaking, doubling a hazy IPA makes a worse beer. I do sort of agree with Manly on that one. In this case, it's not a bad beer by any means. It's actually a good one. I'm just sort of saying as a general style cue, I feel normally doubles in the style don't work. This one's not bad, though. It's still fairly light. It's not overly boozy. It doesn't taste like you're biting into a grapefruit skin, so it's not bad. So for style, if I were to rate this as a style just for double IPA, it would not score well. But I'm gonna rate it as my own style of a double hazy IPA, and for that, it does a good.
Double I.
What's that?
English?
Sorry, I'll shut my face.
No, listen, I'm always happy to have your opinion. And I've got a can in my face.
No, you're gonna rate it as a double hazy IPA, but it's a double New England IPA, which is exactly what a hazy IPA.
Well, yeah. I mean, to me, they're the same thing, interchangeable.
Yes,
If I'm wrong, then you can strike me down with lightning or whatever. But so it's not bad. I'm gonna say it's. I'm actually gonna go 7.5 all around. It's not bad for the style. I've definitely had better. I've definitely had a lot worse. Pardon me. And overall enjoyment, 7.5. It's not a bad beer. It's not sort of what I really like in a beer, but again, I'm really burnt out on the hazy style. Give me a good old West Coast IPA any day. But for what this one claims to be and for what this one is doing, it's good enough. So 7.5 all around.
Right on. Thank you, Gorg. All right.
You're welcome.
So
You're welcome, Nick.
So pretty much right now, the 7.5s have it. Let's see Redbeard crank it up to top.
Get up to 10 and 10.
Yeah, like
10 and 10.
Nick, you should you should make the number of people allowed on this channel what it is right now. Whoever that is, that's bullshit. They keep popping it out.
It's Ewart.
Well, he's being a dick.
Is
I love
it-
this beer. It's not the best double IPA I've ever had, but I'd say if I had to go through all of them and oh my god, see, that's just some bullshit. I'd go through and I'd say probably my top 10 favorite double IPAs. I actually like this one kind of opposite Ashley with the Nickelbrook one. I prefer this one to that one. I do like the Metalhead one. I just find this one's that one's not I don't believe that one's a New England style double.
No, it is not.
So yeah, this one's it's got that just the vibrant. Oh my god!
Excuse me.
Seriously, you're being a complete dick face right now, man. Like
you're feeding
Christ.
into it. You realize what you're doing.
Yeah, you're right.
Still though,
Yeah,
you're being a
don't give him
fucking dick.
power,
It's
man.
just,
Well, you
it's
just have
just,
to
it's just,
ignore. I mean, if
or Nick could do what I said.
I can't do
Um,
anything unless with
Mark,
this shared full
go away.
screen.
Oh
Just
yeah,
keep-
that's
just
fell.
keep
I apologize.
going.
I'm sorry. I'm going. Sorry.
Okay.
I love this. It's super juicy, vibrant. There's zero hint. It's high ABV, and like I mentioned in a previous review, I find that to be a big plus for the beer. If you can't tell, you just sit here and drink them, and then you go to stand up and you fall on your face. Good times. Style, I'm going 9s across the board for this one.
Nice.
I love this. I don't. It's not the best I've ever had, but it's damn good. I like it a lot.
What do you think of it? 9. Oh, the
9's
can
across the
finally
board.
fell off.
It had to
Jesus.
Redbeard has spoken. All right, let's go over to Fuzzy.
Excuse me.
lean back too far.
Body slammers. I thought that said body slammers or something like that for a second.
Oh my goodness.
Myers.
It's the gym that I went to for my professional wrestling.
Ah, cool.
So, this beer. I'm not a big fan of IPAs. So, am I a big fan of double IPAs? Not as much. I find them piney, grapefruity, and both those things I don't like. The benefits, I think that it's kind of sharp at the end. It's kind of sweet at the beginning and sharp at the end. Has a very weird aftertaste, dry aftertaste in the back of my mouth. Kind of burns in the back of my throat. I guess, general double IPAs or triple IPAs probably would do the same.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's hop burn.
Yeah.
It's like the hop burn that you're getting, right?
It's because when they use too much hops in it, basically, it kind of gives you kind of green, kind of.
And I'm more of a smooth, like a lager type of drink, so it's not something I would pick out. I do. What's that?
Lager boy is what your origin story.
Man, my origin story.
This is the origin story.
But I'll tell you something. I don't taste the 8% alcohol content in this.
Mm-hmm.
It hides it very well. It has a nice fruity flavor to it. Those are the positives in it. Compared to other double IPAs, pretty much on core. I mean, it's not over the. I've had really good double IPAs. I've had really bad double IPAs. Oh.
And then you've had this.
And I've had this. I mean, sure. I'm gonna go with the standard. But for personal preference, get it down to a 6.
So what is it for style?
7.5.
7.5 style. And you said 6.
6 for personal preference.
All right. Fair enough. Thank you, Fuzzy. All right. Bring me over. Ow. All right.
Can on your head.
I can't do the whole put the can on my head thing.
Yes, I can.
Yes, I can.
Just put them between
I think
your
I
mouth.
can. I think I can.
Yeah, just put it in your shirt.
Alert. So
I'll put them between my man
In
titties.
your pants.
I got no man
Can's all
titties.
bent now.
Speaking to the man.
Greg's got man boobies.
There you
I got
go.
the man.
We'll have her staring at everybody while I'm doing this. So okay. So my thoughts are when I'm drinking this, I'm getting this really pithy white grapefruit kind of taste. Little hints of stone fruit and passion fruit in the back. It's really quite smooth. I get what Ashley's saying, whereas it seems like they used a lot of oats in this because it does come off very creamy smooth. It does finish with a lot of like hop burn. It's very green. Leaves a lingering resin that's powerful enough that it's almost numbing. It's from using so much hops. It's like the burn is numbing the back of my palate. Which and then leaving like a fiery onion kind of thing, a green onion kind of aftertaste. I like it though. It's kind of like on the New England style IPA. It's kind of more steering towards like a Boss Tweed kind of oniony kind of taste. Maybe not quite that potent, but definitely a well-made IPA, double IPA. But personal preference, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 5 for the style. I like it in that department. Overall enjoyment, can't give it any less than an 8. So that's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
There you go.
Anyway, I'm going
Just
to
going to average out to like 7.5.
Hand it over to Redbeard, who's not here anymore, who can read.
Yeah,
the
he
comments.
is. He's here.
He's braiding his bear.
Readjusting. Readjusting.
I like that. That's hilarious.
Wow.
All right.
Can you turn it so the mouth hole is towards your
That's
mouth
like-
and you can actually drink from it?
Wow.
It's empty, but I could if I wanted to. I know. I wouldn't really.
Do it, like,
It wouldn't
would
really
there be,
work that well.
It's like those
Oh.
people get like
If it
the.
was full and heavy, it would just like slide right out.
You'd fall out. Yeah.
It's like those people get spacers that are like massively huge.
Yeah.
That's what from that angle. That's what it looks like.
It's like a plate on their mouth.
Yeah.
Eat off your mouth.
All right. Where were we last?
Sprinkle it in. I feel like it
Eric Gilbert gave this 6.5 in collective farts. Ah! Ha! Ha! Oh! Ho, ho. And then he said, that better not be the Stingo you're mixing, Guy. That was the Stingo he was mixing. And apparently actually pours the beer on his bald head, and notes become imprinted in his brain. Ooh.
There you go.
That's interesting.
Because his brain, his forehead's just a giant tongue, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, right? Is
So-
that a knock on my baldness?
To be a better beer reviewer, I'd be
My
bald.
baldness?
Holy shit,
You're
Ashley.
saying, sorry, you were saying he was having technical issues, which
Harsh.
yeah, I don't know if I believe that.
Maybe he's using the
And
same
then-
Apple bullshit product that Greg's using.
That's,
Yeah, don't use that.
yeah, it looks okay tonight.
And the hair product. Because don't use that either.
And then Lee says the issues can't go when the show's over, and Ewart says, "What show? This?" This is yes. And for the record, I would
Yep.
love to see Nick let his I'm assuming hair grow out. I think a man bun would totally complete the look he is obviously.
Oh, that Nick
After.
No.
I hate the hate on man buns because I remember being.
They're
I was in
disgusting.
grade
They're
school.
terrible.
I was in grade school and I was at my jujitsu class, and this one black belt, he had like man bun way before it was popular because I was in grade school and this happened. And I had such a crush on that guy. So ever since then, I've been obsessed with guys with like long hair
Yeah,
when they
okay.
do bun it up.
That's just a weird like
So you're
man
saying
bun
I
fetish
should,
that you
uh,
have. because
I'm
you're
gonna personally
developing, you're
say
young and
But there's
I-
more
I
than
have
just
no
me out
opinion
there.
One way or the other. Like,
Yeah,
do what you want with your hair. It's your hair. Who the
Thank
fuck-
you.
Yeah,
Yes.
like-
So what you're saying is I should grow it out.
Like I was saying, I
Yeah.
want to grow fucking hair horns. I want to grow like hair horns. on my head.
right now.
Do it. Absolutely do it. I'm totally for it. Like I love when people just do whatever they want with their hair. Like fuck trends. Fuck people who hate on things. Like,
You have the right to murder him, and it's fine because man buns are terrible. You have to have beautiful hair like me.
Mine's called I'm been indoors most of the time and I don't want to spend $25 on a haircut kind of haircut.
There we go.
You really can't blame anyone in Canada for bad hair for the last year and a half.
That's
It is what it is, man.
All right, so how many
She wants to
questions
join.
after Redbeard?
Except man
that-
buns, they deserve
Is
to
it?
be stabbed in the chest.
oh, we had somebody who asked a question.
Wait. Sorry. Eric
uh,
asked, "What's next week's macro?" Which
why?
not a macro. And Lee says Key is canceled, and then Eric says, "Go get this beer if you love buttery hop burn hazies." There's no butteriness to this at all.
Buttery.
Crazy
It's
bastard.
buttery. It is very hot burny though.
Very hot burn, but
I don't
buttery.
get. Maybe I
don't
just
get
like
butter.
hop burn. I don't know.
It's not buttery.
I love
They're-
butter.
Some people like hot burn, like yours does.
It's fermented clean, Eric. Fermented clean.
Like I've had buttery beers, and it's
Well, it could be like maybe you got a bad can of it.
weird.
Possible.
That's possible, yeah,
quite
too.
hot. Well,
Although
there's
for
not
an
a
IPA
bad
to be
can
buttery,
with buttery
fucking-
beers.
yeah.
There's a bad batch with buttery beers.
That makes
Because
sense.
You don't.
All right,
Yeah.
so we have the scores on the screen. It's 7.7 for style, 7.5 for overall.
Oh, actually, what if somebody? What if one of the cans in the canning line somehow got a little bit of butter in
No, it doesn't really happen like that.
it? You never know, man. You
One
never
can
know.
get infected, 100%. Like some canning operator could sneeze into one bottle or one can.
Ew.
That
Ew.
would inoculate
Ew.
the beer with some fucking.
I think they wear masks, or it's all automated where no people need to be there.
A lot of smaller breweries right now, what they're doing, they're using mobile canning services.
That's what
The
they're
one
doing.
here in
So
town.
That's
basically,
what they're
it's
doing
like a
in New
big
Brunswick.
truck. Yeah, exactly, and that's the way it is because it's cheaper. Anyways, it's a fucking.
Sasha, I wanted to be
The
part of the
giant
peer review.
trailer shows up and they roll the thing out of the
That's
trailer and
just-
they do the canning and they put it back in. They go to the
Stuff
next
in your
place.
The window.
Yeah, like Saint, like
Yeah,
with
look at that window.
Him River does that
She's
here
more
too.
interested in the window. She's
Actually,
accepting
a
your
lot
pass.
less.
Hammond River does that. I thought they'd be old enough to have their own canning
No,
shit.
they
That
get
seems
a, they
weird
get
to
a
me.
can. I think they get a canner to come in. Like I think maybe Long Bay does that too. Some of them do that. Like there's
Wow.
a canning service that'll actually come around to the brewery like once a month, and then they'll do a run.
If they got something-
Some of them, like Trailway, have their own canning lines, but still.
There's probably enough small breweries in
Oh, yeah.
Moncton and
Oh yes, for sure.
Better
That you
to
probably
make
have
that.
more than one running around here.
Anywho, what's next week's beer?
What is next week's beer? I'm so glad you asked. We are going to do Wellington Hells next week. Ooh, we are going to do a lager, but not a macro lager. I guess it's pretty close to a macro. This is like the closest without going over. It's the price of right of lagers. Closest
Very
without
good.
going over.
I look forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get it, I can get it.
We
I'm
were
gonna have to look for that. You know what's funny, Nick, is that I'm gonna have to look for that.
Beer was saying that you can get it at the grocery stores.
in the beer store.
I don't have any grocery stores.
They have it at the beer store, and it's in the independent grocer here, I believe, which is also the same as like the
Sobeys.
Great Canadian Superstore, whatever the fuck also exists.
Oh,
other
right.
place.
Great Canadian, Canadian Loblaws is independent.
Yeah, sure.
That
probably owns them all.
Yes. I don't remember what it was.
Foodland, it's Sobeys one.
Independent has a pretty good selection. Like, I was kind of surprised when I looked the other day, considering like grocery store versus like LCBO or beer store. Like, I thought it was pretty good.
Ooh, we got Jamie saying hi, Nick, in the comments.
Hey, Jamie.
Hi, Nick.
And then we got Justin Tinker saying COVID
Justin.
haircut of the week. Give a 3-year-old clippers and tell them to have fun. Scott, that'd be fun with your newborn
Scott,
baby
you're
child.
You- Scott always takes the advice of Justin Tinker.
You were saying he doesn't love Hopburn. He doesn't love Hopburn, but he does love resiny. Emphasis on resiny beer.
Resiny.
And then Greg said, "Hi, Nick."
Hi, Nick.
And then Eric Gilbert says his comments are pure gold. Redheads just hate this. Your comments are like maybe pewter, maybe bronze or
Is
something.
that pure pewter?
Peter,
Pure
Maybe.
tinfoil.
Peter Schmidt.
And then Greg, schooling you were here, letting him know that Hopburn and resiny beers are totally different things. And then he likes the super fresh double hop dusty shit. Not a fan where you choke on the hop dust. Gross.
Oh, like
And-
freeze dried hops or something like the hop powder, or
Yeah. And Greg's message was removed by Hubert because he got the power and said,
Wow.
"Ooh, hell."
who gave him admin access?
Oh wow!
And then close enough. His message was pretty dumb. I saw it before it was approved, so it's all good.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's it.
I don't even
Okay.
know what message you remove.
I
The
think
most recent one.
I think that sums everything up. I think we said what we wanted to say about this beer.
Wraps it up.
So we are going to turn in next week with Wellington Lager, Welly Lager, Hell's Lager.
Welly Helly.
Finally get to take a look at this because I finally get a hold of a can that's fresh enough. Last time I bought a can of this, it was like expired by 6 months or some shit. This
That
one-
beer is. Sorry, Nick.
This particular can was made in January and it says an expiry date of June 4th. So I got to drink it next week.
That beer is
You'll
basically
die otherwise.
We'll
Bo's
drink it.
fucking lug shred at this point. Like anytime, when
Hey,
I-
when
I-
Wellington
that's
when,
gonna go bad.
Good night.
All
See
right.
you later.
when Wellington releases their 4-packs, they've always got one of those in there.
I'm just gonna
Alright.
keep
It's like-
waving.
All right, so I want to thank everybody for watching. We will chat with you guys later. Tune in next week for Wellington Hell's Lager.
Eat it.